It's time now to reveal our thrift store makeovers. Earlier, you saw the pieces we picked out. Now, Trace Barnett is showing us how he transformed those pieces into beautiful decor for an entire room for under $30.
Under $30, yes. All it takes is just a little spare pocket change, and you can have a dramatic effect.
I think you really can. All right, let's start first with this big picture here. That was a landscape.
It was our landscape ocean picture that looked more suited to a condo in Florida. And so all we did is we removed the glass, we removed the backing, and also the matting and everything. We just discarded the glass because we didn't really need it. We reused, it had a heavy matting back on it, which is one thing we liked about it because it seemed well put together.
Right.
So all you do is take a little bit of cotton foam batting and cover that with your fabric, and then just use a staple gun and staple on your fabric, and then also staple in your ribbon or your roping or anything to kind of hold in whatever you want to remember, photos, letters, anything.
Great idea. You painted the frame first, and you kind of distressed it a little bit.
I did, and the technique to this is I just used a little white jar of acrylic paint that was 50 cents and use a natural bristle brush that are like $1, and then you're just going to dry brush that on there to have that distressed effect to it.
So do you dab off the paint first and then just brush a little bit on?
That's exactly what you do. You just basically use a dry brush when you're doing that.
Okay.
And we've stuck with, so when you're accessorizing on a budget like this, stick with a monochromatic theme, which here we've done the white and black with just a little hint of nautical.
I love it. Okay, this urn was kind of greenish, not too attractive, but it had great texture to it.
It did, and that was one thing that you spotted with the urn, is you really love the heavy texture on that. So all we've done is we've used Krylon Max spray paint in the same shade that we used also for our other objects. And just go ahead, it has a paint and primer both in it, so hit that with a really good layer of spray paint. You may need to do two, but I think this was just one layer. And this is perfect to accessorize with your monochromatic stuff, whether it be seasonal. You could plant an orchid in there with urns and overflowing with moss. Basically anything you wanted to accessorize with in there is your options.
All year long. That's perfect.
All year.
The lamp turned out great. You ended up not using the lampshade you found.
I did, yeah. I ended up recovering another shade that I had found at the thrift store in that kind of blue ticking, because I love the roping that we have here that we used on the lamp. So the lamp for some reason echoed some kind of a nautical vibe to me. Maybe it was the brass. Yeah. And so I used that same Krylon spray paint and hit it with a couple layers. And then I just took this roping, which is 49 cents for a foot, and then we just adhered that on the bottom with hot glue, and then one little piece around the top there. And you could also add in, if you wanted to play up this dark stripe, you could tape that off and do a dark stripe on the middle of the base of that lamp as well.
That's pretty. And this plastic tray that used to be a plant liner has turned into a beautiful coffee table tray.
It is. It's perfect for an oversized coffee table or ottoman. And to kind of give it that luxe look, we've used this perfect oversized stripe and then tufted it just a little bit. And it's easy. I love the round tray to go ahead and style it with all kinds of different objects. You have tons of room in there. And one of my favorite things to do is, remember those old books that we picked up? They were half off of a dime, so they were 5 cents. I love to make these little bundles here, which just, you know, they have that nice tan texture and shape to them. And all you're going to do, I've got you a book here, to make a bundle of your own. You're going to just take the cover and grab a couple of the interior pages, get into the chapter part just like this.
And then we're tying it off with twine.
Yeah, you're going to pull it off, and you're going to do a bundle of 3.
Look how cute that is.
And then you stack them just like that and put the twine on there.
And you got an accessory.
And just tie it like you would
for 15 cents.
Yeah, for 15 cents. Tie it just like you would a package. And if you have some extra pages, just roll it up just like that.
That's great. You've got much more on your blog, The Bitter Socialite. Some great ideas, and you'll see how the whole room turned out. I think it's going to be amazing.
It will. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Well,